When I was born, I was introduced to the church as soon as I was able. Church has always been a second family to me, but my story really started when I was 7. I went to a camp called West Point, and I remember in one of the kids' works, the leaders were like, if you've never come to Christ before and this is your first time to say yes to him, come to the front. And I remember 7-year-old me was like, yes, and I ran to the front. And this happened every year for about 5 years, but after every time I recommitted myself, I went home and my love for church and God grew weaker and weaker. And I remember just doing it because it felt right and it felt like I was doing the right thing. And I stopped recommitting myself at the age of 12, and for about 3 to 4 years I just fell out of love with God, and I really started to question whether or not what I was believing was true. I used to live in Weymouth, but we then left our church in Weymouth and we came to Gateway, and I remember the first time after going to a Gateway service crying, and I just went, I don't like coming to church, don't want to be here. And I remember going home and refusing to come back, and then Mum and Dad just dragged me along. We kept going, and then eventually we went to Alder Road and I met Fliss, who dragged me along to youth group, and I instantly made friends and I felt at home. And this was when I started to love God a bit more. I went along to youth group, I got involved, and the church became family. Today I want to get baptised because after 2 years of debating, I really learned to love God, and being at Gateway, they've really taught me what it meant to be a Christian and how much God loves us. And I want to say yes to Jesus and always say yes to Jesus.